Hello, my friend. I'm so glad you're here. I know you care about your health, your energy, and your future, and you want to live a long, fulfilling life. You've made a beautiful decision just by clicking on this video. Today, we're going to talk about something that affects every single one of us, what we eat. And not just what we eat, but how the right foods can help us live longer, feel younger, and keep our bodies strong, even as we age. You see, after the age of 60, our bodies start to change in quiet little ways. Our digestion slows down. Our bones lose some of their strength. Our hearts work just a bit harder. But here's the beautiful part. With the right food, we can support every one of those changes. We can feed our bodies what they truly need, and give ourselves the best possible shot at a longer, healthier life. In this video, we're going to have a simple, heart-to-heart conversation about food. What really nourishes us? What helps our cells fight aging? What keeps our memory sharp, our joints moving, and our immune system strong? These are the foods that science and the world's longest living people agree on, and the best part is, they're simple, delicious, and easy to add to your day. And I hope you'll stick with me until the very end, because every food we'll talk about builds on the one before it. Each one adds another layer of protection, another boost of vitality. Let's start with something you've probably heard about before. Berries. Yes, those little fruits that look like candy from nature. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, they are some of the most powerful foods we can eat for long life.
Why?
Because they're packed with antioxidants. That's a fancy word for little nutrients that fight the damage time can do to our cells. They help our brains stay sharp, and they even support our heart health. And don't worry, you don't need to eat a whole basket of berries every day. Just a small handful, maybe mixed into your morning oatmeal or sprinkled over yogurt, can work wonders over time. One woman I know, in her late 70s, swears by her berry bowl every morning. She says it gives her more energy than coffee, and honestly, she might be right. Now let's talk about a food that's been around for thousands of years, especially in Mediterranean countries where people often live well into their 90s. I'm talking about extra virgin olive oil. This golden liquid is more than just something to cook with, it's a true medicine. It's full of healthy fats that protect your heart, lower inflammation, and even help keep your memory clear. Try swapping butter or heavy sauces with a drizzle of olive oil. Pour a bit on cooked vegetables, dip your bread in it, or add it to a salad. Just a tablespoon or two a day can make a real difference. It's not about going on a diet or counting calories. It's about giving your body the oils it truly loves, the kind that fights disease, not feeds it. Next, let's add something green to our plate. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, or even romaine lettuce are powerful little packages of vitamins and minerals. They're high in fiber, which is great for digestion. They contain vitamin K, which helps protect your bones. And they're low in calories, but high in nutrients, so they keep you full and energized without weighing you down. Now, I know some people aren't the biggest fans of salad. That's okay. You can cook your greens with a little olive oil and garlic for a delicious side dish. Or blend a handful into a smoothie. One man I recently met, he's 83 and still goes hiking twice a week, says his secret is a fistful of greens every day, no excuses. It might sound simple, but sometimes the simplest things are the most powerful. And speaking of simple, there's a humble little food that often gets overlooked, but it can do wonders for your body as you age. Beans. Yes, kidney beans, black beans, lentils, chickpeas, all of these are packed with plant-based protein and fiber. They help control blood sugar, reduce cholesterol, and even support gut health, which is deeply connected to our immune system. In places like Okinawa, Japan, where many people live past 100, beans are eaten almost every single day. And it's not about eating a giant bowl. Even a half cup with lunch or dinner is enough. You can add them to soup, mix them into a salad, or mash them up with some herbs for a healthy dip. You see, eating for longevity doesn't mean you have to follow a strict diet or give up everything you love. It's about making small, powerful shifts, adding in the foods that help your body stay strong, clear, and balanced. You're amazing for listening all the way through, and I truly believe you're someone who cares deeply about your health. Now that we've talked about berries, olive oil, leafy greens, and beans, let's continue with some more life-giving foods. Let's keep going, my friend. You've already taken in so much good knowledge, and we've only just begun. The foods we've talked about so far are a powerful foundation. But now, let's add a few more ingredients to the recipe for a longer, stronger life. Have you ever heard of fermented foods? These are foods that have been through a natural process where good bacteria grow and multiply, like yogurt, kefir, kimchi, sauerkraut, or even miso. And they're not just tasty or trendy. They're one of the best ways to care for your gut. Now you might be wondering, why is gut health so important for longevity? Well, your gut is like your body's second brain. It controls digestion, sure, but it also plays a big role in your mood, your immune system, and even how much energy you have each day. When your gut is full of healthy bacteria, everything else tends to work better. Fermented foods help restore and nourish that balance. A spoonful of yogurt with breakfast, or a small serving of kimchi or sauerkraut with lunch or dinner, it's a simple habit with big benefits. In fact, studies have found that people who eat fermented foods regularly tend to have lower inflammation and even better memory. And speaking of habits that boost your brain, let's talk about nuts. Almonds, walnuts, pistachios, hazelnuts. These crunchy little snacks are packed with healthy fats, fiber, and plant-based protein. They're great for your heart and even better for your brain. One of the longest living communities in the world, Loma Linda, California, has many people who follow a plant-based lifestyle and eat a small handful of nuts almost every day. Walnuts, in particular, are known for their high omega-3 content, which supports memory and may even slow cognitive decline. Of course, you don't need to eat bags of them. In fact, just a small handful a day is perfect. Too much can be hard to digest, especially for older adults. Try keeping a little container of nuts in your kitchen or by your reading chair. They're great on their own or sprinkled over salads, oatmeal, or even cooked veggies. Now, let's bring in something a little more unexpected: herbs and spices. That's right, the things we often think of as just flavor boosters can actually help us live longer. Take turmeric, for example. This golden spice, often used in Indian cooking, contains curcumin, a natural compound with strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. It's been linked to lower rates of heart disease, cancer, and even Alzheimer's. Then there's garlic. Not only does it add depth and richness to your meals, but it's also a natural antibiotic. Garlic can help reduce blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and fight off harmful bacteria. And how about cinnamon? Just a pinch in your tea, oatmeal, or smoothie can help balance blood sugar and boost circulation. Adding these little flavor warriors to your meals doesn't just make your food more exciting, it turns every bite into a small act of self-care. And speaking of self-care, there's one drink I absolutely must mention: green tea. For centuries, people in places like Japan and China have used green tea not just for hydration, but as a daily ritual for health and longevity. It's full of antioxidants, supports heart health, helps lower inflammation, and even aids in maintaining a healthy weight. Some research even shows that green tea drinkers have a reduced risk of dying from all causes. That's huge. All from a warm, soothing cup of tea. If you enjoy tea in the afternoon or evening, try swapping your regular black tea or sugary drink with green tea. Add a slice of lemon for extra vitamin C, or a bit of honey if you like sweetness. It's calming, refreshing, and good for nearly every system in your body. You see, when we put all these pieces together, fermented foods for gut health, nuts for the brain, spices for protection, green tea for balance, we're not just adding years to our life. We're adding life to our years. Energy, clarity, strength, joy. And none of this needs to be complicated. You don't need fancy ingredients or expensive supplements. You don't need to cook like a chef or eat like a monk. You just need to care. And clearly you do. You've made it this far, and that tells me you're someone who's ready to take charge of your well-being. Remember, the foods we eat don't just feed our bodies, they tell our cells how to age. Every bite is a message. And the more we choose wisely, the more we tell our bodies, I want you to last. I want you to thrive. You're doing beautifully. Keep that curiosity alive, and let's keep building on everything you've just learned. You've made it this far, and that tells me something important. You're serious about your health. That kind of dedication is powerful. And when it comes to living longer, it's not about perfection. It's about small, consistent choices. So let's keep going. We're almost there. There's one food that often gets overlooked, but it's incredibly powerful: beans. Yes, humble beans. Black beans, lentils, chickpeas, kidney beans, soybeans. These little powerhouses are rich in fiber, plant-based protein, and complex carbohydrates. They help stabilize blood sugar, lower cholesterol, and support gut health. In fact, many of the longest-living populations in the world eat beans almost every single day. The people of Okinawa, Japan, often eat small portions of soybeans or tofu with their meals. In Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula, beans and rice are a daily staple. It's not flashy or fancy, it's nourishing and real. Adding beans to your diet doesn't have to mean big changes. A scoop of lentils in your soup, a side of black beans with your lunch, or even blending chickpeas into a simple hummus dip. You're giving your body exactly what it needs: steady energy, better digestion, and nutrients that protect your heart. Now let's talk about something green. Leafy greens, to be specific. Spinach, kale, arugula, collard greens, Swiss chard. These vegetables are like nature's multivitamin. They're rich in folate, vitamin K, iron, calcium, and antioxidants. But even more importantly, they've been linked to slower cognitive decline in older adults. One study found that people who ate 1 to 2 servings of leafy greens per day had the brain function of someone 11 years younger. 11 years! That's an entire decade, just from eating your greens. You don't need to eat a mountain of them. A small salad with lunch, some sautéed greens with dinner, or tossing a handful of spinach into your soup or smoothie, it all counts. And the benefits stack up quickly. Now, we can't talk about food and longevity without mentioning one last essential: water. Hydration is one of the simplest, most overlooked keys to staying young. As we age, our sense of thirst can weaken, and it's easy to forget to drink enough. But water helps every system in your body, from keeping your joints lubricated to flushing out toxins, to helping your skin stay elastic and your brain stay sharp. Even mild dehydration can leave you feeling tired, achy, or foggy. Try starting your day with a glass of water before coffee or tea. Keep a water bottle nearby during the day. And if plain water isn't exciting, try infusing it with slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint. The more enjoyable it is, the more likely you'll keep drinking. And here's something important I want you to hear: you don't have to be perfect. You don't need to follow a strict diet or cut out everything you love. In fact, giving yourself room to enjoy food is part of what keeps you motivated and joyful. If you love a little chocolate, enjoy it. Just choose dark chocolate with high cocoa content. It's rich in antioxidants and has even been linked to better heart health. If you enjoy the occasional glass of wine, make it part of a relaxing ritual with dinner. Red wine, in moderation, contains resveratrol, which may support longevity too. It's all about balance. Most of the time, eat foods that nourish and energize you. And sometimes, treat yourself with love and pleasure. That's a beautiful, sustainable way to live. Because at the end of the day, food isn't just about nutrients, it's about life. It's the memories we make around the table, the flavors that bring us joy, the energy that lets us move and laugh and connect. Eating to live longer isn't about restriction. It's about embracing what truly feeds your body and your spirit. You've now learned about some of the most powerful, science-backed foods to support a long, healthy, and joyful life. Foods that fuel your brain, protect your heart, care for your gut, and give you energy to enjoy each new day. You're not just surviving, you're thriving. And if no one has told you this lately, let me be the one to say it: you're doing an amazing job. You're showing up for yourself, one small choice at a time. You're proving that it's never too late to care for your health. Never too late to learn something new. And never too late to feel better than ever. So keep going. Keep choosing foods that love you back. Keep walking toward the version of yourself who wakes up with more energy, feels clearer in the mind, and smiles more often. And I'd love to hear from you. What foods make you feel your best? What recipes or habits help you feel strong and full of life? Share your thoughts in the comments. We're building a community here, and your voice matters. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like it, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new tip. Here's to eating well, living long, and loving the journey every step of the way. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, leave a comment, and tell us what topic you want next. We're listening and excited to create for you.